Hi everyone, Patricia here. So it's November, which means it's time for a little announcement video. First off, I want to say a big thank you to everyone because Old School Lane has just officially hit 800 subscribers. We couldn't have done it without you. Thank you so much for commenting on our videos and leaving likes and shares and everything. We are super appreciative on that. It's been an amazing ride. About this time last year, I think we had around 400 something subscribers, and now we're about 800, so we've doubled since the past year, and it's truly amazing, and we couldn't have done it without you. So thank you so much for that. So enough of the happiness for now. Let's delve into some bad news. I'm sure some of you already know this, but a few days ago, we posted the newest Hey Arnold video for Hey Arnold Month called 5 Reasons on Why Hey Arnold was a Huge Improvement Over Doug. And it was taken down by Viacom, and it was blocked. And so I had no other choice but to remove it, which sucked because I put in a lot of work into it. But you can be able to see it on the Old School Lane blog, and I uploaded it to Springboard Video. And I'll post a trailer of it really soon so that for those who didn't get to see it, you'll be able to get a link to it and you can be able to watch it. The same thing happened for the top 10 Ren and Stimpy episodes and for the From Pilot to Final Product on Invader Zim. So I had to remove those as well, and I'm going to be posting trailers for that so you can be able to watch it on the Old School Lane blog, uploaded on Springboard Video. And most likely another podcast will be on the same fate. The most recent podcast that I posted from just last night on Halloween. On Halloween, I posted the newest episode of Casual Chats with David and Eli from You Scared of This, the podcast that discusses about Are You Afraid of the Dark. That also has been hit with copyright claims because I uploaded the Are You Afraid of the Dark theme as like the intro to the podcast, and they didn't like it. So I'll probably have to remove that as well if the if the claim of fair use isn't up to Viacom standards, which most likely will not. So I'll probably have to remove it and probably put in another song or maybe just shorten it. So yeah, Viacom has pretty much got a chokehold on the Old School Lane YouTube channel because, I don't know, they just don't like us posting about their stuff. So oh well, it's been really hard posting videos lately. Just a lot of things have been going on lately. I mean, you guys already know what's been going on. I don't even need to say it. If you don't know, then go listen to the most recent Old School Lane live stream Q&A we did a couple of months ago, and you'll know about that. So, same problems, just been getting slightly worse, and it's just been overwhelming. Really overwhelming. Just a whole bunch of things have been going on lately, and it's taken a massive toll on me. So yeah, it's been really hard on the self-esteem, and just it's been really exhausting for me, especially with trying to produce videos. Producing podcasts, however, has been doing really well. I was able to get a groove into posting a podcast every single week, which is great because apparently YouTube has this new policy in which, they want you to continuously post new content. If you don't, then according to everybody, you don't even exist, which is the sad thing. I would love to post new videos every single week, but I don't have that kind of time to dedicate to posting that kind of content. And if I did, then it's most likely going to be taken down due to copyright claims. I just haven't been having any luck on that lately. But, yeah, enough with the bad news. Let's just go on to some other cool stuff. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about the upcoming podcast that we're going to be doing throughout the remaining year. For November, there's going to be a Nintendo Gamecube Memories podcast. We're going to be discussing about our memories of the Nintendo Gamecube, and we're going to be discussing about our favorite games and the legacy that left behind. It should be coming out around the 18th. Which is going to be the 15th anniversary of the Nintendo GameCube's debut in North America. And it's funny because last year when I did my Sony PlayStation 2 Memories podcast, there was somebody who posted saying, why don't you do one of the N64? Yeah, I would love to, but I didn't grow up with an N64. As soon as the Super Nintendo came along, I played with a PlayStation. So, sorry, I will never do one on the Nintendo 64. Plus, the Nintendo 64 recently celebrated its 20th, yeah. It celebrated its 20th anniversary, so I'm not going to delve into that, so apologies. So, the next one we're going to be doing is about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise. This was recorded way back in September. It should have been out on the 30th in honor of the manga's 20th anniversary, but it was held back for quite a while because of Hey Arnold Month and Carmen Sandiego Retrospective and a whole bunch of other things. But it will finally come out, and it's going to be featuring 2 special guests. One guest who has been on our podcast in the past, and a brand new special guest. And we'll be talking about the entire Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise from the original to Arc 5. And it is the longest podcast to date. It is over 2 hours long, so look forward to that. Okay, so the next one is going to be around Thanksgiving, and it's going to be about the Amblimation movie trilogy. This is going to have 2 special guests, one who has been on the podcast and a brand new special guest, which should be a lot of fun because we'll be discussing about the 3 movies that came out under the Amblimation studio. For those who don't know, around the 80s, Steven Spielberg opened up an animation studio where he was going to post off his movies. And the 3 movies that came out of it were American Tail 2, Fievel Goes West, We're Back, We're Back, A Dinosaur Story, and Balto. So look forward to that. That should be a lot of fun. And then around December, we'll probably post a Christmas podcast like we always do, or at least, over the past couple of years. So yeah, we'll probably post something about a movie or maybe a TV series. We're not sure. We're still debating on it. But speaking of December, December is going to be the 5th anniversary of Old School Lane. So I'm going to be posting up a lot of blog articles discussing about what have been my favorite blog articles, my favorite podcasts, my favorite interviews, my favorite videos, and a whole bunch of things. So yeah, look into the Old School Lane blog throughout December. And then December 21st, when it's the official anniversary of Old School Lane, Kevin and I are going to be doing a live stream Q&A where we're going to be discussing about, how we got started with Old School Lane. And if you guys have any questions that you would like to share, then please ask us. We are super, super excited for this. We've been looking forward to this all year, and we want to give a huge celebration for 5 years of dedicating ourselves to delivering content on movies, TV shows, video games, and everything else in between. Now we're going to be discussing about the last bit of information. It's about Hey Arnold Month and the Carmen Sandiego Retrospective. I'm going to talk about the Carmen Sandiego Retrospective. So, a few months ago, I posted a little 4-minute preview on the Old School Lane Facebook page. Excuse me. So, you can go check that out if you want. I haven't been able to dedicate full time into the Carmen Sandiego Retrospective because of everything that's been going on. But hopefully I can be able to release maybe 1 or 2 videos on Carmen Sandiego throughout the remaining year. I'm really looking forward to discussing about Carmen Sandiego. The first part of the retrospective is going to be about the origins of Carmen Sandiego when it started off in his PC game days. And part 2 is going to be discussing more about the Carmen Sandiego game show, more specifically Where in the World. And then afterwards, for the other Carmen Sandiego videos, maybe I'll start releasing them throughout the beginning of next year, discussing about Where in Time, and then Where on Earth, and then the final part is going to be the fall and eventual legacy of Carmen Sandiego, around the time in which when Broderbund Studios was bankrupt, and then when they were bought by another company, the other Carmen Sandiego games that came out afterwards, and then the entire legacy of Carmen Sandiego that it left behind after its 30-year-long history with, people talking about the game shows and people talking about the games and the character and everything. So hopefully that will be coming out really soon. Alright, now let's delve into Hey Arnold. I apologize that I didn't release the Hey Arnold Halloween episode recap/review video that I was supposed to yesterday, but it's just been going through so much, and hopefully by this week I can be able to release it. And then afterwards, I have 4 more videos on Hey Arnold. And if you're wondering, no, I'm not going to be discussing about the Veterans Day episode or the Thanksgiving episode, because these 4 videos have major priority. I'm going to tell you what the 3 are. The 4th one, I'm going to delve a little bit more in a minute. Okay, the first one I'm going to be talking about is the top 20 Hey Arnold episodes. I did a top 10 a few years ago, but similar to when I posted my As Told by Ginger list on my blog and then posted eventually a new revised version on the YouTube channel. Same thing. You know, a lot of the episodes that I was watching years ago meant a lot to me, and now they don't mean as much anymore, and there's been a lot of circumstances that have changed. There was one episode that I claimed as like one of my all-time favorites, but it may go down on the list because of a recent event, but I'll get into more on that when I release the video. But yes, in honor of the 20th anniversary, I'm going to do a top 20 Hey Arnold episodes. So that's number one. Number two, I'm going to be discussing about the history of the Jungle movie. James Rolfe did a video on the history of Ghostbusters 3, going into the long line of interviews that all the cast members were involved in, discussing about Ghostbusters 3 until its eventual cancellation. So I kind of want to do a reverse in which Craig Bartlett was involved with all these interviews throughout the early 2000s and pretty much was talking about all the things about the Jungle movie, and pretty much he just could barely talk about it because Nickelodeon had a stronghold against it. And then finally, you know, he was able to say a little bit more about the Jungle movie when it was greenlit by Nickelodeon. So I want to delve into the history on that because I feel for the younger generation, for those who are rewatching the episodes on the Splat, they're probably seeing all the older kids really excited about the Jungle movie, and they're probably wondering why. So I want to delve into the long 15-year wait we had to endure for the Jungle movie to come out. And the third and final one, it's going to be released in December, so I'm sure you can guess on what it is. Since I'm not going to be doing the Veterans Day episode or the Thanksgiving episode, I am going to do one on the Christmas episode. It's not a recap/review video like I'm going to do for Arnold's Halloween. It's an analysis video. It's an analysis video on why people say Hey Arnold's Christmas is one of the best Christmas specials ever. For a lot of people, it's their favorite. And I'm going to talk about why. And the fourth video, I'm sorry, I can't say what it is. Mostly because I want to leave it as a huge surprise. This is sort of like my gift to everybody who's been involved with Hey Arnold, especially one particular person. And I feel like this is a topic that I can't really say too much into because, you know, I'm delving really deep into a topic that's pretty much been unearthed. So I've been delving into a lot of research on this particular topic. I've been making a lot of phone calls to people. I've been, you know, just working really, really hard on this final video that I want to do for Hey Arnold Month, as well as this is going to be the last video for the year. I can't really talk about it because I want to leave this as a huge surprise. But don't worry, when this video comes out, it's going to be something incredibly special. This is something that I have never done before. And when it comes to Hey Arnold fans, this is something that nobody's ever done before. So I want to keep it under wraps for now. But trust me, when it comes closer and closer to its release, I will definitely let you know about it. And it's going to be very, very special. I've been putting the most amount of time into this video than any other project that I've done over the past year. I've been delving into this since August. So I really, really want to put in as much time as I need to so I can be able to complete it for everybody to see, because this means a lot to me and it's coming from the heart, and I really want to, you know, keep it under wraps until that day comes. So hopefully by the end of the year you'll see it and it's going to be well worth it. And other than that, I think that's pretty much it. So again, thank you so much for being incredibly patient, everybody. Thank you so much for subscribing. We've reached 800. Thank you so much for continuing to support us. We couldn't be getting this far without you. So again, reiterating one more time, the podcast that will be coming out in November, the videos that will be coming out throughout the remaining year for Hey Arnold and Carmen, Sandiego. And when we come to the beginning of 2017, then I'm sure I'll do an announcement video discussing about some of the upcoming stuff we'll be doing. Or maybe we'll even mention it in the Old School Lane live stream Q&A, who knows. So that's it, everybody. Thank you for everything and hope to see you around soon. Take care.